Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make the easiest and most delicious barbacoa. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin by toasting all of our spices to make our spice rub. We're going to grab our small frying pan, set it at medium-low heat, and allow it to heat up. And once it heats up, we're going to add a small piece of cinnamon, 8 whole cloves, 10 allspice, 4 bay leaves, 2 avocado leaves, 1 tablespoon of peppercorn, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 2 teaspoons of thyme, 1 teaspoon of marjoram, a half a teaspoon of coriander seeds, and a half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Okay, so we're just going to toast everything for about 30 seconds. So just make sure that you move it around so that your spices don't burn. Okay, so once you begin to smell your spices, we're going to transfer them to our blender cup or to a molcajete. Okay, so now we're going to crush them. Okay, so now we're just going to crush all of our spices. Okay, and once we have that, now we're going to mix it with some salt. Okay, so I'm going to be adding my spice mix into my salt. And I'm using 2 tablespoons of coarse salt. So just mix it. Okay, so once we have our spice mix, now we are ready to rub our meat. Okay, so for our meat, we're going to be using 6 pounds of meat. Use your favorite cut. I'm using 4 pounds of chuck roast and 2 pounds of short ribs. So we're just going to rub our meat. And just make sure that your meat is pat dry. So like that the spice can stick better to the meat. And just press it down. Okay, so just make sure that you get it all over the meat. Every side. And if you like cheek, use that cut of meat. So like that your barbacoa comes out even more juicier. But this is our favorite. Okay, so once our meat is nice and covered with the spice, we're going to transfer into a bowl. Okay, so now we're going to cover our meat and we're going to allow it to marinate for at least 3 hours. The longer, the better. Okay, so just make sure that you take it out 1 hour before cooking. Alrighty guys, so once our meat has been marinating for a couple hours, now we are ready to begin cooking. So we're going to get our banana leaves ready. Or if you have access to maguey leaves, then go ahead and use those. But for me, this is all I have at my local grocery. So just make sure that you wash them and of course you pat them dry. Okay, so once they're nice and clean, now we're going to pass them through the fire. So like that, it's easy for us to work with them. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my stove on high heat. And you can do this with a comal too. And we're just going to pass it through the fire. As you can see, they're going to change color. And I'm going to be using 2 whole banana leaves. They are pretty big. And we're just going to repeat the process to all of our banana leaves. Okay, so once we have our banana leaves all nice and soft, now we are ready to get our steamer pot ready. So here I have hot water on the bottom of my pot. And to that we're going to add half of an onion and half of a garlic head. So now we're just going to add the top part. And we're going to add our banana leaves to make sure that we cover the bottom. So like that, the water doesn't go to our meat. And you're just going to fix it depending on your steamer pot. So once our pot is ready, we're going to transfer our meat. And just place it in there. Make sure you grab everything. Okay, and on the top, we're going to add 2 avocado leaves, the other half of garlic, and the other half of onion. And now we're going to cover it. Just make sure that it is completely covered. And on top, I'm going to add foil. And then the lid. Okay, and now we are ready to place it on our stove. Okay, so just make sure that it is completely sealed. And now we're going to set it on medium-low heat and allow it to cook for about 3 to 4 hours. Alright guys, so after 3 hours and a half, our meat should be fully cooked. So at this point, we're going to turn it off and allow it to sit for about 10 minutes. Of course, we're just going to open it and carefully check and make sure that our meat is nice and tender. So just be careful because it is very hot. Let me tell you, that smells delicious. at that. It's done. So we're just going to let it sit for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we can get our salsa and onion and cilantro ready. And for the salsa, we're going to fry 1 tomato, 5 tomatillos, 1 jalapeno, a small piece of onion, and 1 garlic clove. And I have it set on low heat with a little bit of oil. And we're just going to fry it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so after 4 minutes, we're going to add chile de árbol verde. I'm using 5 regular chile de árbol. And we're just going to fry them for a couple seconds. Okay, so after 30 seconds, we're going to turn it off and transfer everything to our blender cup. So now we can get ready to blend. To a blender cup, we're also going to add salt and a little bit of water. And now we're just going to blend. And once we have our salsa, now we're ready to transfer it to our bowl. In my bowl, I have half of an avocado, a handful of cilantro, and half of a small white onion. I'm just going to pour our salsa. Mix it all together. And just try it for salt and see if you want to add any more. All right, so just like that, we have our salsa. So now we can get our meat out and chop it. So I'm just going to get all of my meat out. So I'm just going to kind of break my meat down and then transfer it to a serving plate. Okay, and from our broth, we're going to remove the onion and the garlic and then pour it all over our meat. Alrighty guys, and now for the fun part, making our tacos. So here I have my comal set on medium heat, and I just added a little bit of oil. And I'm just going to dip my tortillas in some of the consomme. Now we're just going to fry them. And of course, if you want to make burritos instead, you can go ahead and do that. But here we love tacos. So we're just going to wait for that tortilla to blister and then flip it over. So once it blisters, flip it over. And allow that side to cook. So once our tortillas are nice and hard, now we are ready to make our tacos. And of course, if you like your tortillas more crunchy, just let them sit for a little longer. Okay, so now we're going to grab our meat. And you add as much as you want. I'm just going to squeeze some lime juice. Just a little bit because the salsa has tomatillo, so it's a little bit bitter. Not bitter in a bad way, it's just delicious. Add your salsa. And some more onion and cilantro. And just like that, now we are ready to enjoy our delicious barbacoa tacos. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. Now let me tell you guys that these tacos are seriously super delicious, and of course you can serve your barbacoa, you know, with just rice and beans or burritos or bowls, you name it. So I hope you give it a try and enjoy it just as much. Cheers and enjoy. Seriously, it's super delicious. The salsa is a cherry on top and puts the whole taco together. And like I said, you can even try it with cheek. You know, if you like cheek, try it like that because it's seriously the best. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how to make a delicious barbacoa. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you recreate this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.